Welcome back to Lads News Network. The topic today is ponds and how their condition is a growing concern. Here is Dallas Foster reporting live from the Valleyridge Pond.
Thank you, Fawn. I'm standing here at one of the many ponds of Oakville. There is lots of flora and fauna in and around the stormwater pond, such as ducks, aquatic bugs, and plants. This is the same pond where experts Leah and Sam did their water study, and what they found was astonishing.
We have quite a few bugs. As you can see, most of them are really small, and the biggest ones that we actually have are here. They're green and they're really big. We haven't identified them yet because we're gonna identify them later. So that's where we are right now.
Hi. Hello. Can I ask you a few questions about the stormwater management pond?
Sure.
Do you think that this pond is in good health?
I don't think the pond is in good health. I feel like when I'm walking by, the pond looks really dirty and polluted. Also, I haven't seen much biodiversity around the pond. It's mainly been bugs and ducks.
Do you think that the health of the pond is affecting the biodiversity in and around it?
Yes, I think that. I also think that since when the water is really polluted and dirty, it's really affecting the ecosystem with the animals inside it. But I find that the pond's a really nice place to walk around, and I think it's a really good add of nature to the community.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Here are our guests, hydrologist Samantha DeLala and conservative Leah Holmes.
It's an honor being here, Afon.
I heard that you did a pond study recently. Tell us about this.
We did a pond study on the Valleyridge pond. We put on some really big overalls that were cool, water to uncover bugs, and then we scooped them up with a net in our specific area.
After this, we shook the net gently to get all the mud and insects and microorganisms into a strainer above a bucket. Then we took the empty ketchup bottles and filled them each with water and repeated this many times until our strainer was clean of mud. Then we put the containers of our strainer into a glass bucket and poured the mud out of our bucket.
I heard that you found some very interesting things. What were they?
We found a crayfish. It was very startling because it was so big compared to all the little tiny bugs we had already found. When the man took it, it was so cool.
What are the issues concerning this pond?
Turbidity level is incredibly high, 100 plus JTU at this pond. There is a lot of mud and garbage in the pond, which causes the high turbidity levels. It is a problem because it gets caught in the fish's gills, increases water temperature, and lowers its dissolved oxygen. This is caused by deforestation, runoff, fertilization, and pollution. The dissolved oxygen was neutral, which is perfect for a pond environment.
The temperature of the pond is extremely high as well, 21 degrees. Over 20 degrees is really dangerous for aquatic life and the plants. It is caused by high levels of turbidity and global warming. The pH level was 7.5. A level of 7 is neutral, no acid or alkaline. 14 has the most alkaline, and 0 has most acid, so the pond has only a small amount of alkaline.
This is concerning. Can you describe the water sustainability and implications?
One of the main things that affect the quality of water is pollution. Air pollution is caused by factories burning fossil fuels, cars emission, and much more. This eventually goes in water, polluting it, causing it to destroy habitats and wildlife within the pond itself. Another main thing that affects water is the amount of global warming.
Global warming increases the temperature, making it warmer for animals, which makes it harder for animals to adapt to. This can lead to animals that live in the side of the pond become very stressed out due to the strange patterns of temperature and weather. The major water concern is the amount of water wasted, which heavily affects water sustainability. Solutions for this problem is to use less pesticides and fertilizer, which will reduce the amount of toxic substances in the pond water. You can also make it more sustainable by planting shoreline plants, which helps clean water, making the water last longer. You could pick up garbage like plastic bottles, wrappers, and more litter.
Where does all the water come from?
The water found in the pond is mainly sourced from storm drains. The purpose of the pond is to collect storm/rainwater and runoff water to prevent floods. Floods can drown plants, animals, and humans, destroy habitats, block transportation routes, and pollute other bodies of water if pollutants such as toxic substances, fertilizer, and more are absorbed into the water.
How is water used in the area that you live in?
In my area, water is used for watering lawns, showering, watering golf courses, and using the washing machine and dishwasher. But a huge chunk of the water near me goes to farmers because they have large amounts of crops to water and distribute to companies to sell. Excess water goes to man-made ponds and streams, etc.
What are the issues regarding the water supply for your area, and why have these become issues?
Farms are a big issue to the water supply in our area. They use a lot of fertilizer, which runs off into the ponds. They also use a lot of pesticides on their fruits and crops to keep pests away from them. The pesticides are a form of toxic substances which are very harmful to plants and aquatic life. They also use herbicides to keep weeds out of their lawn. It is not good when they get into the water.
How does the use of water in your community affect the local water supply, and how might you find out?
Go.
Using a lot of our town's water supply on things that we can diminish the waste of water, like showers and watering lawns, is not good. But we can't use all our water on agriculture because water is a necessity, so we have to evenly distribute it to the town. We can find out more about water. Oakville has then how much water we use on a daily basis.
How are these problems being addressed in your city?
The mayor is making a lot of plans to help clean water. For example, TD Bank was planting trees and flowers to help clean water and picking up any litter that was in the pond. For example, they were picking up plastic bottles, candy wrappers, and other garbage that was near the pond.
To learn more about stormwater and stormwater pollution, you can participate in the Yellow Fish Road program developed by Trout Unlimited Canada. It includes an interactive presentation about stormwater pollution that shows how stormwater drains are linked to the local bodies of water. You can help protect local water bodies and help raise awareness on stormwater pollution. For more information, contact the Yellowfish Road coordinator at 416-661-6600. Let any pollution such as fertilizer go into storms drain. Use your water carefully and help ensure that the water is sustainable for future generations and ecosystems. Tune in tomorrow for more information on the tornado that hits Toronto area next week.